My beautiful people, good morning. How are you this morning? I hope your night was exciting. This morning we are going to be sharing on revenge. Is it necessary to be vengeful? That's the sharing this morning. Is it necessary to be vengeful? Is it worth it? That's the question we are going to be sharing on. My dear, I would want to let us know that the best revenge is known. Have no vengeful spirit. The holy books tell us that vengeance is the Lord's. Leave vengeance for God. Leave vengeance for God. If somebody treats you wrongly, don't bother. Allow God to deal with those people. Don't take vengeance in your hands. Don't have a vengeful spirit. The best revenge I will advise you is none at all. Take some time out for yourself. Heal. Move on and don't become like those people that have hurt you. That's my advice I will give you. Why am I saying this? In life we want to hang on to things that God does not want those things for us. If you come to think of it, if you are of age, and even some young people, you will come to understand that God ended a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships that we were hanging on to. But it was a time for those things, God to let us go. God wanted to break us free from certain bondages. God wanted to set us free from certain setbacks. If you come to have a flashback of your life, at times you may look at some of the friends that you kept in the past. When you look at the lifestyles of those friends, you see that if you continued in that friendship, that maybe it did not work and you were regretting, God only spared you from certain mishaps. Because if you have a flashback of certain friends maybe you were keeping in the past, some of them maybe are in prison today. And if you were still in that friendship, maybe you would have joined them in prison now. Just like some of them might have died. And if you continued in that friendship, maybe you would have passed on with them. Just like some of the friends that you kept, some of them are wayward, some of them are drunk, some of them are dropouts. Lots of things didn't work out that if you continued in that friendship, your life would have, been wasteful like theirs. So at times, some of the things that happen in our friendship, some of the misunderstanding that cause breakup or in relationships, they are just God's divine design and divine purpose of God wanting to preserve us. And yet we felt, bad when those things happened. And then we were hanging on to the friendships. We were hanging on to the relationships. Just like it could be marriage, we were hanging on to it. Whereas it was God's time, God wanted to preserve us. So God was pushing us out, telling you it's time to leave, it's time to go, and you are hanging on to. Many people have lost their lives today because they hang on to things that had expiry dates, but they never took heed of the expiration of the friendship or relationship or marriages. And then they wanted, being scared of what will the world say. I want to prove a point. I want to show that I am a woman of value. I want to show that I am a woman that is keeping my marriage. Hello. We have many people who fought to keep marriages, and the marriages they were fighting to keep, they are no longer in those marriages because they have passed on. The marriages did not keep them. There is an expiration for everything. Learn to know when it is over. Stop hanging on to things that have passed. It gets to a point where you have to let go, irrespective of what people will say. Because the same people that you may be staying in a toxic friendship, in a toxic relationship or toxic marriage because you're scared of what they will say, when you pass on because you wanted to hang in there to maintain societal norms and standards, they are the same people that will make a mockery of you. They are the same people that will come out there and say, when it's bad, you would have left. Why were you there? See, now you are no longer, Please, my dear, what you feel is being felt by you. So the decision you have to take depends on what you feel. Don't allow the societal influence or what people will say push you into a pit that you would have avoided. I hope I made some sense. Good morning.